Hello, hello, everybody! Welcome back! Mantendo o nosso pique de revisão, agora vamos dar uma revisada nos verbos todos, olhando na tabela, tá? Olhando nessa tabela, tá? Nessa list, right? Então, olha só. A primeira pergunta que nós temos aqui: Which meal do you prefer? Look, I prefer dinner. I prefer dinner. All right? Which meal do you prefer? You. Which meal do you prefer? Você pode ter respondido I prefer breakfast, I prefer lunch, I prefer dinner, I prefer a snack. Tem gente que gosta de lanche, né? É comer um sanduíche no lanche. Então, that's a matter of taste, right? Ok, muito bem. Então vamos lá. Which meal does Mauro prefer? Mauro prefers breakfast. Não tá na coluna do prefer, mas nós estamos usando a tabela toda, tá? E nós vamos brincando com a tabela. Which meal does Peter prefer? Peter prefers lunch. Perfect. And Paul, which meal does Paul prefer? Paul prefers dinner. Perfect. Does Chang prefer lunch? Yes, he does. Does Chang prefer dinner? No, he doesn't. Which meal does Chang prefer? Chang prefers lunch. Perfect. Perfect. What time does Tina go to bed? She goes to bed at 10. Perfect. What time does John go to bed? John goes to bed at 12. Perfect. What time does Danny go to bed? Danny goes to bed at 10. Perfect. What does Bob drink for breakfast? Bob drinks coffee and milk for breakfast. Ou então, coffee with milk for breakfast, tá? And or with. All right? Coffee and milk for breakfast. Coffee with milk for breakfast. Café com leite, right? What what does John drink for breakfast? I have no idea. Olha aqui na coluna do John. Ó, não tem uma bebida. Então, I have no idea. Perfect. Não faço ideia. Não tenho nenhuma ideia. Right? Perfect. Olha, uma coisa interessante que eu acho que a gente não comentou. To drink é o verbo, mas ele também é bebida, tá? É um drink. A drink. The drink é uma bebida. A bebida, tá? O verbo também é um substantivo, tá? É a mesma coisa de love. To love. To love é amar. Mas se a gente tirar o to, ele vira a palavra amor, right? Love. My love. Meu amor. Alright? Então, alguns verbos acontecem assim, outros já não, tá? Não acontece com prefer, aí ele altera, tá? Com alguns funciona. Com sleep também funciona, né? This is my sleep, é o meu sono, né? My sleep. Qual outro? Alguns funcionam, outros não. Outros se alteram quando eles viram substantivo. Mas isso a gente vai ver também mais para frente. Alright? Então vamos continuar. What time does Morrow? What time? Não. Vamos perguntar when. When does Morrow take a shower? He takes a shower before lunch. All right. And Tina, when does she take a shower? She takes a shower before dinner. All right. And Liza, when does she take a shower? She takes a shower before breakfast. Perfect. What does Beth love? Beth loves summer. Perfect. And John, what does John love? John loves cats. Perfect. Agora olha aqui. Attention. Who loves hot chocolate? Who loves hot chocolate? Tina does. Short answer, Tina does. Long answer, who loves hot chocolate? Tina loves hot chocolate. Perfect, perfect. Who drinks coffee with milk for breakfast? Who? Many people, right? Many people, muitas pessoas. Who drinks coffee with milk for breakfast? John, Tina, Bob, Danny, and Paul do. Right? Perfect. Perfect. They do. Right? All right. How many hours? How many hours does Morrow sleep? He sleeps 9 hours. All right. Or he sleeps 9 hours, right? How many hours does Beth sleep? She sleeps 8 hours. Perfect. How many hours does Peter sleep? He sleeps 7 hours. How many hours do you sleep? Você respondeu, né? I sleep 8 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours. Né? Cada tem o seu hábito, right? How many hours does Peter sleep? He sleeps 7 hours. Perfect, perfect. What time does Kathy go to bed? She goes to bed at 12. Perfect. What does Beth have at 12? She has lunch at 12. Perfect. E eu posso usar aqui o verb to do também, né? What does Beth do at 12? She has lunch at 12, right? Olha só. What does Bob do at 7? He has dinner at 7. Perfect. What does John do at 7? He eats breakfast at 7. Perfect. What does Peter do at 6? He wakes up at 6. Perfect. Perfect. What does Paul do before dinner? He takes a shower before dinner. Perfect. Perfect. What does Danny do? What does Danny drink? Danny drinks coffee with milk. Perfect. Vamos praticar mais um pouquinho. How many hours? Attention. How many hours do Tina and Bob sleep? How many? Vocês estão vendo que aqui tem 9 or 11. Why? Why are there two different times here? Why? Vamos ver se vocês lembraram. There are two different times here because Tina and Bob sleep 9 hours during the week, on work days, school days, right? Or school nights, também pode dizer, né? Que é o dia uma noite durante a semana, a gente também pode chamar de school night, né? Que não pode dormir tarde porque é uma school night, tá? É uma noite que tem escola antes e depois, né? No dia e no dia seguinte. Então, they sleep 9 hours at school nights and 11 hours on the weekends. Or the weekend, singular, pode ser. Alright? Então, lembra disso. Teve na lição lá a diferença, right? What time does Danny go to bed? He goes to bed at 10. Who wakes up at 6? Kathy does. Perfect. Who takes a shower before bedtime? Beth does. Perfect. Who loves hot chocolate? Tina does. All right. Who loves winter? Jane does. Perfect. Which meal do you prefer? Which meal do you prefer? All right, I prefer breakfast, lunch, dinner. Aí, that's a matter of taste, right? Perfect. Agora dá uma olhadinha nisso aqui. If you go to bed at 10 and wake up at 6, you sleep for 8 hours every night. All right? If you go to bed at 10, o que é isso? If. É se. Se, uma condição, né? Se. If you go to bed at 10 and wake up at 6, you sleep for 8 hours every night. How many hours do you sleep if you go to bed at 10 and wake up at 6? From 10 to 6, 8, right? And the answer is you sleep for 8 hours. All right. Agora vamos praticar um pouco essa pergunta e resposta. If you go to bed at 10 and wake up at 7, how many hours do you sleep? From 10 to 7. You sleep 9 hours, right? From 10 to 7, 9 hours. If you go to bed at 10 and wake up at 5, how many hours do you sleep? You sleep for 7 hours. Perfect. If you go to bed at 12 and wake up at 8, how many hours do you sleep? You sleep 8 hours. Perfect. If you go to bed at 12 and wake up at 9, how many hours do you sleep? You sleep 9 hours, right? If you go to bed at 2 and wake up at 9, how many hours do you sleep? You sleep 7 hours. Perfect. All right. Perfect. É isso aí. Praticamos, relembramos todos os verbos, mais um pouco de prática. Prática nunca é demais, right? Practice, practice, practice. Capricha aí. Depois volta, que agora nós vamos para o nosso diálogo. Vamos bater um papo com o pessoal todo e repetir toda a nossa lição num diálogo. All right? See you later, everybody.